Popcorn? Check. TV remote? Check. Couch? Check. Drink? Check. Alright! I got everything I need to watch Nintendo's press conference at E3 2011, since that's the only one I ever care about. What the shit was that fuck?
I drink alone. Yeah, with nobody else.
I'm drunk, I'm angry, and I have so many different feelings about Nintendo's E3 press conference this year.
Last year, Nintendo stole the show with a slew of new games for the longtime fans. But this year, they had to follow up that momentum as well as address the rumors surrounding Project Cafe and the next-gen Wii console.
And they did address this, and more. Some of it made me smile, some of it made me sad, and some of it just pissed me the fuck off!
The Nintendo press conference talked about three primary things: the 25th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda, upcoming titles for the Nintendo 3DS, and the successor to the Wii. First, because this was the 25th anniversary of the Legend of Zelda series, they promoted a couple of music CDs, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, which we already knew about, games for the upcoming 3DS Virtual Console, which we already knew about, and Skyward Sword, which we already knew about, and was barely promoted this year.
Oh god. I'm starting to flashback to when it was Mario's 25th anniversary.
At E3 2010, Nintendo made no mention of Mario's 25th anniversary. And when something did happen, they released special editions of the Wii and DSi XLs, but they also released a game. Super Mario All-Stars 25th Anniversary Edition. What a long fucking name for a very crappy celebration. It came with a 30-minute music CD, a book describing the history of Mario, and a Wii disc that contained a lazy port of Super Mario All-Stars! No new games, no new content, they didn't even do a graphical update. It emulates the same Super Mario All-Stars that I bought back in 1993. And this lazy port only used 5% of a 4.2 gigabyte disc. I refuse to pay any amount of money for this lackluster attempt at a celebration.
Oh wow, that was trippy. I need a drink. Ah, much better. Where was I?
The next topic at hand was the lineup of games for the Nintendo 3DS. And the lineup of games presented for the Nintendo 3DS wasn't much of a turn-on either. With the announcement of titles such as Kid Icarus Uprising, which we already knew about, the new Super Mario 3DS, which does look interesting, Star Fox 64 3DS, which is aptly named considering this is the third re-fucking release of the game, Cave Story for the 3DS, which is always fucking awesome, and Luigi's Mansion 2, a sequel to a game that absolutely pussified the highly underrated Luigi about a decade ago. I think I'll forego buying a Nintendo 3DS and just play what I've got. Well, for now at least.
But the last thing on the agenda was the reason why I watched Project Cafe, the new console!
Where Microsoft got a jumpstart on the 7th generation console war, Nintendo is trying to do the same on the 8th generation with their new system, the Wii U. I don't know what's worse about the name, the U tacked onto the end of Wii, or the fact that it rhymes with P-U.
Pew! 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 No, not pew. Le pew.
But the next thing that I got to see was the controller itself. When I watched the conference, all they showed was just the controller. Since then, I've seen the console, and it looks like a Wii took beauty lessons from an Xbox. My first gut-wrenching thought about the controller is how it looks like a Wii Classic controller swallowed an iPad. And when I thought iPad, that's when it hit me. A new Wii remote costs $40, right? How much is a new Wii U controller that has an expensive little touchscreen in it going to cost?
I'm shuddering just thinking about it.
My next issue was how the controller's function was being presented. It's supposed to provide deeper gameplay to a wider audience, something that the Wii couldn't do.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Time out! What was so wrong with the Wii that you needed a brand new console to fix it? Seriously, tell me!
Admittedly, the Wii did have a problem. Memory. Between the Wii's half a gig internal memory, plus the 4.2 gigabyte disk space on the Wii DVDs, this put serious constraints on both consumers and developers in terms of content, something that the Wii's competitors didn't have to worry about.
My personal problem with Wii was its lack of that certain special type of game.
I was looking for a game that, 1. was not broken like Terminator or Silver Surfer on the NES, 2. was not obviously made for children like Carnival Games or Elevets, 3. was not a tech demo like Wii Play or Wii Sports Resort, 4. had the nostalgic challenge of NES games and their linear levels, where the only way to get through any one section of a game was to get your ass kicked 100 times, and figure out the best way to go, such as in Ninja Gaiden or Castlevania on the NES, and 5. utilize the Wii Remote and Nunchuck in an arcade fashion. You know, those giant wood-encased machines with unusual peripherals such as a car seat or a handgun that took $1 to play. So far, I've only found a few games that met these criteria, including No More Heroes, Mad World, Red Steel, No More Heroes 2, House of the Dead, and Sin and Punishment 2. But this isn't even a handful considering the Wii has a library of 1,000 games.
Is this it? Is this really it? No Time Crisis, no Virtual Cop, no Star Wars Episode 1 Racers, no Wave Race! Are you guys really that fucking brain dead that you can't put these things on the Wii? Fuck you!
But if all of these ideas were capable with a Wii Remote, how is a controller with a screen in the middle supposed to fix this? Well, it's supposed to do this in very unique ways.
Hold it! What unique things are you talking about? Unique means it's doing something that nothing else can do. But guess what? Some of the things that it could do are not unique!
A few of these unique ideas were already done by connecting a Game Boy Advance to a GameCube and using it as a support screen, such as in Mega Man X Command Mission or The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, or using the GBA as a controller with a screen for games such as The Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventure or in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. Admittedly, most games use the connection solely as a gimmick and nothing more. The Wii did something similar with the DS with the games Pokemon Battle Revolution and Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Echoes of Time, but those required their DS counterparts to do so. But they never had a Wii game connect to a DS via its download play to play said Wii game with DS special controls. But why didn't they? I think the main reason behind this was because it was so heavily used as a gimmick for the GameCube. But will the Wii U have the same problem? As I thought when the Wii came out, it's all a matter of tapping into its limitless potential.
Limitless potential and limitless danger both lie within you.
The touchscreen can be utilized as a support screen, just like with the Nintendo DS, for games such as Zelda or Doom or Mega Man to swap weapons on the fly. But it can also be used on multiplayer games such as GoldenEye and Donkey Kong 64 to place each player's personal screen in their palms to leave the TV open for spectators to watch. Even though we're still over a year away from its release, I can't wait to see what game developers do with the Wii U's unlimited potential.
Overall, the conference wasn't bad, it just wasn't as good as last year. I mean, maybe it was because they were showing us stuff that we already knew. Maybe it was because they're shoving the Wii and its still untapped potential to the side for the brand new, wider, deeper Wii U. Or maybe it was so goddamn pretentious anytime they mentioned Zelda, the 3DS, or the Wii U. In fact, I bet you could make a drinking game out of it. Let's see how many shots we'd have to take. Ooh. Foot and mouth. I guess I better get started then.
Nintendo! Now you're hammered!
I'm Jimmy Daniels, reminding you to always form your own opinions, and remember, drink responsibly. I think I'm gonna need another bottle.
I drink alone, yeah, with nobody else. Yeah, you know when I drink alone, I prefer to be by myself.